So I was at a bar with some friends recently, and one of my friends was mercilessly being hit on by this guy. And he wasn't being like necessarily rude or creepy, he was just obnoxiously persistent. And either he was unable to read her body language, which was very clearly not welcoming, or he was just ignoring it, I guess. And my friend was being polite and engaging in the conversation and things like that. But whenever the guy would walk away to use the bathroom or something like that, she would always be like, oh my God, I want this guy to go away. And I was thinking about this recently, and my first thought was, well, why didn't she just very calmly tell him that she wasn't interested? Like, surely most people are reasonable about this. But then I have to think like I'm a social person. Like, I go out all the time and I see this happen to people, mostly women, all the time. And there's just no way that they haven't thought of that solution before. Now, to some extent, I think people want to be polite and they want to avoid awkward situations, so they just kind of hope you understand their body language. But I also think a big part of it is just the fact that a lot of people are just really bad at taking no for an answer, especially when people are operating based on emotions instead of like your brain. And I've seen this a bunch of times as well, where someone will tell another person that they're not interested, but that person will continue to press on even stronger, and sometimes get even more uncomfortably persistent. And even sometimes they get angry when you say you're not interested, and in rare cases even violent, which sucks. Now, when it comes to women, a lot of this has to do with systematic disrespect of women and societal male entitlement. But of course, this kind of thing happens to other genders and other sexual orientations as well. Needless to say, if you're trying to hit on someone or ask someone out and they tell you you're not interested, that should be it. It should be done. You should walk away at that point. So it's intriguing to me just why some people can't take no for an answer. Now, entitlement definitely has a lot to do with it, and not just male entitlement, but just the idea that just because you put effort towards something, that means that you deserve a reward. Like, just because you were extra polite or because you bought them a drink, that now they owe you attention. And if they refuse to give you that attention, they are somehow wronging you. Now, this idea is kind of hard for me to unpack because it's like ridiculous. That's not how interpersonal relationships work. You can't go to the store and trade in nice bucks in exchange for affection. People are free to choose whether to give you attention or affection, regardless of what you've done for them. And then there are people who acknowledge the fact that you're not interested, but they want to convince you to become interested somehow. So they keep messaging you or texting you or talking to you. And it can become borderline, if not full-blown stalker territory. And that's just not a good look. Don't do that. And I think another thing that people sometimes don't understand is what exactly no means. Like, there's this concept that you hear about sometimes called playing hard to get, which is, I guess, when a person pretends that they're not interested in order to flirt with you or to make you work because they want to make you work, or I don't understand it really. I'm not even sure if it's actually a real thing. Like, I suspect that it might be something that's just made up by people who can't take no for an answer. I could be wrong though. But anyway, sometimes people think that when they are told no, that person is playing hard to get. To me, even if playing hard to get is a real thing, that's a really dangerous way to go about things because it totally devalues the word no. Personally, I find it hard to believe that a significant number of people say no when they mean yes. I mean, I know in our society that women are sometimes conditioned to be more modest, but either way, I think assuming that someone means no when they say no is a good habit to pick up. What it boils down to is we're all people. We all have different outlooks and different tastes. If someone's not interested in you, they're not interested. That's it. Move on. They don't owe you anything, and this isn't some kind of game or conquest to be won. That's a human being just like you, and they deserve respect. So don't be disrespectful. That's just me though. What should the next video be about? Drop a comment. I want to give a shout out to all of the new subscribers. How you doing? If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you like my hair. Thank you once again for watching my video, guys. If you can't tell, I'm in a new location. This is, I've mentioned in a previous video that I have moved, or that I was moving, and I am finally in the new spot. So this is where majority, if not all, of the videos will be filmed for the time being. I like the new place. I got a little bit more space, but you know, baby steps. Anyway, just want to let you know that I am on all of the social medias. I have Facebook, I have Tumblr, and I have Twitter. There should be annotations on the screen. Check that out. There should also be links in the description. You can check that out. I'll see you next time.